Hey guys, Lotus Streams here, coming at you with another battle report, and today I'm gonna play Demons versus Demons. Now it doesn't sound very fun, but I wanted to introduce you to the new demonic ritual and get used to it a little bit myself, because this is something you need to be able to do on the fly. And as such, I have prepared some armies and a lot of options. Pretty much I'll try to summon in as much as I can and get some feeling for all the units because everything is new to me as well. So on the Slaanesh side of things, we have 1850 points. We have Sarakinil, the Bringer of Torments, which is essentially the biggest demon you can get for Slaanesh. Moves 12. He can run and charge in the same turn. Subtract 2 from leadership where he's around, and 20 wounds, 6 attacks, hefty damage on his weapons, and 2 psychic powers. He's essentially a keeper of secrets in super large and super angry. Then we have a real keeper of secrets with pretty much the same stat line most of the time, just a little bit weaker. But it also has good weapons and decent movement speed. We have a Herald of Slaanesh on an Exalted Seeker chariot for maximum damage, and we have the Mask of Slaanesh because obviously she's the tasty one in this army. Then we have the Demon Prince of Chaos leading the next detachment, equipped with standard weaponry, so Malefic Talon and Hellforged Sword. Has Hysterical Frenzy as his psychic power, which I don't really like that much, but he's gonna be hanging around with most of the stuff to get them rerolls. So makes sense for him to take something support-like, and I can only cast one instance of each spell anyway. Then we have 30 Demonettes, we have a Aluris, we have a Icon and a Instrument. Allows them to reinforce and also to get +1 charge and advanced distance, which is really important because demons are not that fast and they are on foot. Then we have one Fiend of Slaanesh, mainly here because nobody can fall back as long as the Fiend of Slaanesh is in close combat. And one Hellflayer for a bunch of damage. Same reason as the other chariots, but for one chariot of each. And then we have a Heart Seeker and 4 Seekers, making one Seeker squad. All with Piercing Claws, Lashing Tons, no upgrades. These guys are really fast, and then Chaos Furies for some additional losses in case they fail leadership tests. And actually, the leadership of demons is not that high, so if we take Zaraknir, compared the leadership with the psychic power, and then at the end they also take losses, the Fuse will cause some extra damage, which is nice because it ignores invuln saves and all that shenanigans altogether. So very much everything you can bring for Slaanesh except the Soul Grinder, and that's 1850. For Psychic, Cacophonic Core is essentially a Psychic Scream of some sort. Symphony of Pain is -1 to all hit rolls for a unit, really good. And Hysterical Frenzy allows you to fight once more in the Psychic phase if you're already in combat, which is not bad. It's a good one if you can make it. Alright, that's it. On the other side over here we have Nurgle Demons, and we have the opposing Demon Lord, which is Scabathrax the Bloated. Obviously he's much slower. He is toughness 9 though, so he's incredibly hard to kill. 22 wounds with disgustingly resilient. He also took Fleshy Abundance, so he can restore his wounds even more. And he has a ranged attack with Horrific Vomit, which is essentially like a flamer. And the Blade of Decay deals a lot of damage in close combat. So he is a pretty beefy version of a Demon Lord, but he is also only moving 7, so he's not that fast. Essentially he's a great unclean one in big, because this guy pretty much got the same. Pretty good range attack, good melee attack, just half the wounds and a little bit less tough. Then we have Epidemius. Epidemius is not here before because of his war gear, but because he has the ability to give me +1 toughness, rerolling ones, all kinds of stuff. As soon as I start killing stuff with Demons of Nurgle, I get to add to the table, and then they get the good stuff later on. Heart of Nurgle is essentially the same profile, but he has a psychic power instead of the tally. In our HQ over here we have a Demon Prince of Chaos, no wings, just Malefic Term, Half-Forged Sword, Nurgle, Fleshy Abundance, and he's here to reroll once for all those Plague Bearers and obviously help out in the close combat himself. 3 units, 3 bases of Nurglings with new models they just made, and they will be infiltrating on the map and trying to take some objectives most likely, because they're not really good in close combat and they're not too tanky, so might as well use them while you can. Then we have 30 Plague Bearers. 30 Plague Bearers means -1 to hit them because of the cloud of flies they attract. They have a Bleak Ridden, they have a banner and a instrument in the squad. 1 Beast of Nurgle, essentially pretty fast unit, and a bunch of Chaos Fuse. I believe it's 11. Yep, that looks like 11 to me. Obviously a little bit tougher with the Nurgle trait, but other than that they are still the same. And then Plague Drones with Death Heads, Plague Bringer, obviously a Plague Sword, and Prehensile Proboscis, which is really good stuff against high wound targets, which is, for example, all the Chariots. Pretty good one against these. All the Plague Swords here have reroll to wound, and obviously that will kill Slaanesh rather quickly because Slaanesh only has toughness 3 most of the time. But we'll see about it. I'm not sure who's gonna win this. Stream of Corruption is essentially a smite with shorter range and more damage if the unit has more than 10 models, because you get D6 model wounds. Violent Passing is a +1 to wound for all units in a fight phase, and on 7s you deal double damage. Very good buff. And Fleshy Abundance is just restore D3 wounds on a Nurgle demon. Also pretty nice. Alright, that's the stuff we get. Now obviously I'm going to use match play in terms of what I'll do. The only thing I will not use for match play is the points restrictions. I will treat the reinforcements as reinforcements, and that's it. Since they're both demons, that's fine with me. I want to see as much of a variety as I can get. So we have the point list here. As long as the power level fits, I can summon them in. I will not count the points or anything, and then we will see who has the best game. But this way you can learn the profiles faster, is fun, and I will still play a tactical objective mission, so we can't just camp around and summon in like billions of units. They have to be on the map and they have to be scoring objectives, otherwise they will lose the game. There's no sudden death, just that rule. And then finally here we have a demonic ritual. So only Nurgle can only summon Nurgle, Slaanesh only Slaanesh. You roll 3d6, you choose a unit from this list, and you have to arrive within 12 inches and more than 9 inches away from enemies. And if you get doubles, you suffer mortal wounds. If you get triples, D3 mortal wounds. That's it. Pretty straightforward. And everything else is gonna be pretty much random, except I'll be playing the first mission, which is just everybody gets 3 objectives, and then we get to draw a new one if we don't have any less than 3, and then there it goes. And that's all. Warlord trait is gonna be +1. Let's not take leadership though. So first of all, Zaragniel is gonna be my warlord. He's gonna have the Feel No Pain, and obviously Sagathrax is gonna do the exact same, because it stacks with his disgustingly resilient, where you get to roll 5s and then 6s for him, so it makes him even more hard to bring down, and waste no Fleshy Abundance on him, but we can put it on somebody else. Okay, that's it for it. The only thing we have to roll here is the original roll-off for objective placement. So Slaanesh first, gets a 4, Nurgle gets a 3. So Slaanesh will place the first objective. Alright, which is the right one? It is this one. Alright. Obviously Slaanesh works better when they go across the flanks. So I'll try to put this a little bit off the side if I can. Almost central over here. And then the next one. Let's see. Damn it. I lost my objective marker. Nope, that's not really what I wanted to do. Come on, give me the good stuff. All right. There we go. My goodness. I can still not grab it? Wow. That's actually pretty incredible. What the hell. I'm just gonna do it the old-fashioned way and copy 6 of them before I place them. Otherwise it's gonna take ages. I don't know what's wrong with the hitbox though. It seems to be pretty small. Alright. So let's think about Nurgle. Nurgle is most likely going to put one down the middle because they have the tougher units and they can take a good beating. And they're not very fast, so they have to have some objectives as close as they can, if anything, just so they don't get outmaneuvered by Slaanesh units too much. Alright, there we go. So now we can put it down over here. Next thing is gonna stay down the middle for Nurgle. Next objective for Slaanesh is obviously also gonna be in the outskirts of some sort. Let's see. Let's put it into this building here. Nope, not that building. That's fine, we can keep it up there. Doesn't matter for the holding, because we can hold it from below as well. Nurgle will most likely try to get something like so. We get to use the entire middle. And then Slaanesh will copy another one to here. Yep, just basically mirroring that one. And one last for Nurgle. Now they can either put it here, but that might end up very bad for the deployment zones. Or you can try to put it over here or here. I think I like this one the most, where the map is not as imbalanced, but you're still going with the triangle of I can't move very fast, so I gotta place objectives pretty close to each other. Like so. Alright. That's objective placement. So Slaanesh can roll for the Nurgle can roll for the map because they did it last, I assume. And let's see what kind they get. Number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Frontline assault. Let's place the frontline assault. Frontline assault is pretty mid-heavy, and Nurgle also gets to choose the side, which means they will most likely take this one, because there's a one closer here to the corner. This one is the same as this one, and all the other important stuff is down the middle, so we don't have to go very far, and even with 7-inch movement we can make it across in 2 turns. So this side for Nurgle for sure, and it's also the Nurgle side as well. And Slaanesh over here. Alright. So that means Slaanesh gets to deploy the first unit. And I believe we will take Zarkniel first. Where do we want him though? If he stays down the middle, he can be over there very quickly because he moves 12 plus d6, so he threatens a charge on whatever is there in the first turn. So I'll put him down here. Not too central, so he can move over there. And that's deployment for him. Alright. Scabbard is gonna be deploying very similar, I believe. We don't want him exactly in front of him so he doesn't get the charge, but we want him as close as possible to as many objectives as possible as well. So let's take him right to there, if I even can get him there. Good enough. So he stays far enough away from the keeper. Yeah, that's far enough away. Unless he gets 3 6s, it's a pretty long charge. And then we still have some stuff to smear in front just to protect him. Okay. Now the second fast unit here is gonna be the Seekers. Seekers are very, very fast. But I believe I wanted to just deploy a unit over on this side here, so we get to move to that objective as fast as we can. And I believe I'll take a Seeker Chariot. Chariots are an exception in the Demon Codex. They care about cover because they have a 4+ armor save, which gets increased to a 3+ with cover, and everything else does have in-one saves, so doesn't matter as much. But the Chariot actually likes this kind of ruined terrain where you get to move through it and then you're fine. I will always treat these ruins as passable for anything that wants to go through them, but they cannot stand on top of these. Not the same for the buildings though. The Seekers will not be able to move through the ruined buildings here. Alright, so Exalted Seeker Chariot over there. Nurgle will deploy the Furies. Just in case Zarkniel gets a really lucky move or anything like this, I'll deploy the Chaos Furies in front so he cannot really get to the unclean one. Scabbard Thrax, how I wanna call him. I think I need to fix him real quick. Let's get a collider going here. Okay, he already has that one. That, by the way, is a problem with the scaling. The bigger the scaling is, the worse it gets, and that means you have to use smaller colliders because sometimes the collider outscale the model. There you go. Now it's fine. Now the Furies can be deployed just as normal. Obviously these guys are not very good in close combat, but if they can be used to grab an objective real quick or screen something like here, I think they're good enough. And they also got buffed this edition, so I'm very pleased with that because they were a really dead unit before. Alright, so there's this little rot swarm going around. Alright. Next thing is gonna be the Herald of Slaanesh on a Secret Chariot. Most likely gonna be putting that one down the middle so we get more buffing for the other units, but I'll put him a little bit further in the back just so we have more space for the Plague Bearers and everything that to come. And then we see about that. Alright. Now over here, what do we do with the Nurglings? Nurglings can be infiltrated, so I'll do so right now. We have to stay 9 inches away from the enemy deployment zone, but other than this we have free action on where to deploy, which is really nice because we can block this objective with the Nurglings, and I'll do so for sure. So let's see how far is 9 inches. Yeah, that's pretty far. So they are decently positioned here. And I'll just keep them on the objective and stay there for the entire game if they can, because they're not really good at fighting, but they can contest the objective against the chariot because there are 3 models and the chariot is just 1. Alright. I think I'll deploy the demon heads next because the demon heads are not very fast. There's not much shooting going around, so I'll put these ladies pretty aggressively down. That's a classical demon matchup where you move fast and you kill each other pretty fast, but you don't have much shooting. So it doesn't look exactly like a slaughter, it looks more like a close combat festival, and whoever has the better close combat wins, usually. There we go. All the demonettes. They all have 3 attacks base now because it's such a huge unit. So that will make a big deal later on. And we have to keep in mind we want to take the mask here as well. So we have to leave some space for her to deploy. What else do we need? I think the Beast of Nurgle will just stay on this objective and hide for now. Because it's not really that useful in close combat, but it can certainly hold an objective, and it's pretty tough to remove. You have to allocate resources to take it off, so it will stay over there. Alright, the mask is gonna be nearby the demonettes because it needs to buff them, so pretty close to those. And then we will put down the Plague Bearers as well for the Nurgle demon side. Alright. Same idea here. Nurgle is not very fast. There's objectives right ahead, right there. That's exactly where they want to go. And in case the Fury is going somewhere else, we got the Plague Bearers to follow up and take their spot, because they will most likely die in the very first round if they get charged by any Slaanesh units. So don't rely on the Furies. Plague Bearers are a little bit tougher to remove. And let's go. Alright. Now for the Slaanesh side, we also have to cover this part of the map, and I will take my Furies over there, because I don't really like Furies that much in close combat, and they get to move from here to here rather quickly, which I like. I will enjoy some Furies on these objectives as fast as I can, and we will deploy them pretty spread, so we get the idea we can cover this and this objective however we feel like it, even though we deployed pretty far back, because we have 12 movement plus advance. We are actually pretty mobile in that sense, and we get to capture objectives immediately, as you can see. Let's deploy this one a little bit further, so we don't even have to advance now to grab that objective. Okay, Furies in position. Alright, what do we do with the Demon Prince and the other big guys? The Herald obviously needs to be around for these guys here, and think I'll just mix him into this blob of guys right there. So he has some flesh covering him, but he needs to move up as fast as he can to keep up with everything that moves faster than him and still above them. Not such a big problem for Slaanesh, obviously, because the chariot is very, very fast, but, you know, still worth thinking about it. Okay, so this is covered. In case the Furies need to be able to grab this one, we would like to have another unit back here. So I will have a Fiend of Slaanesh in between both objectives and also in the middle. This is a very good position for a Fiend, because a Fiend's moving 14, so it can go back here easily. It can also push up here, and it can also help the main army by moving down the middle and helping them out. So Fiend has some good range and some good pressure just being one. Alright, so let's check the objectives. We need more guys over here because there's one to hold here, and the Nurglings obviously will die to anything that touches them. So I think that is where I will deploy my Demon Prince and try to be a nuisance by being a tough monstrous creature that even the chariots cannot necessarily deal very well with. And he's still down the middle in case we need his fire, his fighting power. I believe the Demon Prince from Slaanesh will mirror this, just in case he's needed here or there. And with 8 movement, he gets pretty far up the table anyway. That's okay. Alright. So we have Epidemius, and I believe Epidemius is just gonna hold this objective all game pretty much, because he is not very good in close combat necessarily, but he's very hard to remove, and his effect doesn't cease to exist when he dies for some reason, so might as well put him there. Okay, so now we have another Seeker Chariot, another Hellflayer. I will put the Hellflayer over here as well because he's pretty good against the Demon Prince because it has some good strength 8 attacks, and might just punch him in the face. Not a bad idea, and it is fast as well, so it can help removing this Nurgling infestation from the objective. Okay, so the flies here are the only thing that can fly, or the drones. So I'll put them up here because they don't get slowed by this terrain pretty much, because they can just fly over it. And they are close to an objective right over there. And they have enough range to get to where they have to go. Like so. There we go. With 10-inch movement, they will be assured to have that objective if they want to. Alright, so now we have another chariot, the Seeker Chariot this time. I believe Seeker Chariot also goes onto this side, because I can't split up too much, and the chariots are fast enough to react and go to this side as well, so we threaten 2/3 objectives if we overrun that flank. And the last unit for Nurgle is the Great Unclean One. The Great Unclean One needs to be around here to help out with the morale, but there's Scabbard also, so not as necessary. I think I'll put him over here as well, because we need some more hitting over there, because there's so much Slaanesh stuff coming in right away. So we can counter deploy a little bit. I don't want to start on the building though, so just assume he's down there. He can fit. There's a ruin over there. Actually, scratch that, I'm just going to deploy him next to it. We don't have to be so greedy with him. Like so. Alright. So Nurgle is finished deploying. Slaanesh still has 2 more units. We have the Keeper of Secrets, which will mirror the Great Unclean One, I believe. But that's not so much room left. So I guess the Keeper of Secrets will just push down the mid as well. Yeah, I'll just deploy him behind. I mispositioned my Mask of Slaanesh. I should have left some room for him to deploy here if I wanted to. And then the Seekers. What do we do with the Seeker squad? The Seekers are really, really fast. So I think one thing they can try to do is come over here and attack the Beasts of Nurgle. And the other thing they can do very well is attacking Plague Bearers, obviously, because they are that fast. So I could use them as a second rank attack that gets to attack no matter what. Yeah, I don't know about them. It's actually a little bit tricky. Let's put them over here as well. I want to win a flank very, very hard, because Slaanesh does not do very well when you lose too many units. You have to focus your power and then attack as fast as you can. So if anything, we need to clump up even more. Alright, and that's Slaanesh being deployed. We call the entire thing, and Nurgle will try to take turn 1 here, but Slaanesh can try to seize the initiative. In terms of command points, we have 1, 2, 3 for Forged, 1 for HQ, 1 for the additional detachment, 1, 2, 3, 5 for the other side as well, and that's all command points. Alright, so trying to seize the initiative on a 6+. No. Do we want to reroll? I don't think so. I don't think first strikes matters as much. For objectives it does though. Let's reroll it, because obviously Nurgle Demons are hard to remove from objectives, but it looks like it's Battle Round and Nurgle turn 1. Alright, let's see. What kind of objectives do they get? 1, 2, 3. Secure objective 3, secure objective 2, Blood and Guts. 1, 2, 3 is here. And objective 2 is over here, so that's easy. Blood and Guts not so easy. We will not get into close combat anytime soon. Next round maybe, but not this round for sure. So we get 2 free points, but this one is probably only achievable next turn. Alright. So first of all, Epidemius moves up into the objective range. This is the objective we need to hold this turn. So I guess the plague drones can just grab it really quick. Yeah, they have 10-inch movement. Although the plague drones are a very expensive unit to sacrifice to take a objective on. Not sure if I like that idea. Can I just send the Chaos Furies? Yes, the Chaos Furies also are guaranteed to get the this turn. Alright, let's just move these guys. I believe that's the better play for sure. So 12 inches forward is right there. Obviously, whoops, they need 1 more inch, so they will advance, and this guy will touch the objective, because I don't need more than 1. I don't want more than 1. These guys will all move up at the same time to the second line. A little bit more. There we go. The drones will stay back for now, because we don't need them yet. and they have some very good anti-monsters creature capabilities. So they will use their fly keyword and stay on the ruins because it's harder for the Slaanesh to charge them, and they might be able to deny the charge for 1 round. Scarothrax moves 7 inches, but we don't want to come too close to the Zaragniel, because Zaragniel has 12-inch movement plus 6, potentially, leaving us at a 7-inch charge right now. So coming even closer is probably not a good idea. Although he's not in smite range right now. He can take the attacks, I think. I'll move him up a little bit so we get into smite range of the Demonids, which is right there. And we might be able to remove some models before they turn really, really ugly. Yeah, he's also fine. He could move a little bit further because I didn't use the whole 5, so he's in range. The Demon Prince, however, cannot take the Zaragniel attacks very well, so he's gonna move over here. Actually, I wanted him in this ruin, right? Yeah, let's move him up as well, just so the Nurglings don't die as quickly. The Nurglings will pull back a little bit, just to make the charge a little bit harder and still contest the objective. Great Unclean will also move forward 7 inches to there. And I believe that is the army, because the Beast of Nurgle is not necessarily a thing. Alright, so that's it. The only thing we can do pretty much is cast Violent Blessing preemptively and try to smite somebody. So Scarothrax is gonna be casting Smite onto the Demonids. And he passes on an 8. Zaragniel is nearby and is within 24, so he can try to deny. He needs more than an 8. He does not deny. How many mortal wounds? 3 mortal wounds. Good start for Nurgle. Obviously we need some more dice. And we need a d20. Where is it? There we go. So we lost 3 demons so far, taking them from the back. And that's it. He then is gonna cast Violent Blessing on not himself. I think on the Furies it's fine. He's gonna cast it on the Furies because Slaanesh doesn't have much shooting, and we might be able to get away with this. Alright, let's see it. 5 is not enough because it's Volt Charge 6. Okay, so he fails that one. Fleshy Abundance we cannot cast because we didn't lose anything yet. And the other Psykers are not in range, except the Herald of Nurgle, who can also Psychic Scream the same unit. And he passes on a 6. They can still try to deny, which they do. Alright, so Smite is denied, and that's all the losses they take for now. Nurgle has some sort of shooting, but obviously the Bleak Fire and the Vomit and everything is all close range, so we don't have to worry about shooting very much. This is essentially one turn where they move forward and don't summon anything, but that's just because we need to get some objectives down here. Okay. That's it for the first turn. So we score objective 2 and 3. And I will keep Blood and Guts because there will be Blood and Guts very next turn. Alright, Slaanesh, turn 1. 1, 2, 3. Whoops, that's 4. What? Oh, this was the entire... Never mind then. I was jumping out. There we go. So we have to have Witch Hunter, okay? So we have to kill a Psyker. Nah, that's pretty tough, because there's enough Psykers on the board, but it's hard to get one right now. Defend objective 1, defend objective 4. That's actually not very good for Slaanesh, because defending means you have to stay back. Objective 1 is over here, where the Beast of Nurgle is. Objective number 2 is where Epidemius is. So that's actually pretty dead in terms of efficiency. Alright. So what we can go for here is we can try to get first blood on the Chaos Furies, because our Demonids are moving 8. So we can try to throw them into the combat. They move in 7, but they get +1 for the charge. I don't know. Oh yeah, we have to take the leadership test though. So leadership test for the Demonids. 3. We have leadership 7, and we add leadership 10 for our Keeper of Secrets and Zaragnia, so they don't take any damage from morale this turn. Alright. So what do we want to do? So first things first, we need to move up here and see if we can get something done. Secret Chariot is supposed to be right there. So if it moves 12, it is within charge range. So it's gonna move 12 inches to there. The Seekers will advance for sure, because they can advance and charge, might as well. That's 18-inch movement, just to show you how mobile these guys really are. Do we want to? Yeah, we need to kill the Nurglings. We need to kill the Nurglings not because they are really a nuisance, but I want the first blood. The first blood is actually really important here. So obviously we have to stay more than 1 inch away, but we're as close as we can get. Then the second chariot is gonna move its 12 to here. And the Hellflare, does it also want to move 12? Because the Demon Prince is moving 8. That's actually pretty dangerous. Actually, let's keep the chariots back for now. I'll keep them back here, so they're moving up a little bit, but not too much. So they can join the fights next turn, but they don't get countercharged by the Demon Prince very much. The Demon Prince also gets to move up, but he can't move that far, because then the other Demon Prince will get the counter charge. 13 I think is fair enough. He is also in range to smite and everything. Yep, easy peasy. I believe these guys will all stand still for now. The Herald, the Mask, because I want to summon some stuff. And the Demonids could go for the Chaos Furies, but the Chaos Furies are probably not worth attacking. So I can try to get somebody else to do the job, but we'll see. For Zaragnia, I will roll his movement and advance, but obviously I don't have to move him, so I can see how far I could go. And if I get something good, I will go, and if not, he's gonna stay and summon in some more demons. Yep, there you go. He goes 13 inches maximum, which would go to here. So he would be able to attack the plague drones pretty easily. But then he gets attacked by all these plague bearers. So I'm not sure about that one. The Fiend would be able to get into the Chaos Furies. The Keeper of Secrets probably as well, so he could kill these off. And the Demonids would also be able to to attack the Furies most likely, but that's pretty much overkill. Yeah, I'm not sure about this. If I destroy these guys, I will most likely sacrifice Zarkniel for that. I don't think that's worth it at all. Yeah, I think we can do one turn of summoning and then we go afterwards. Alright, that's it for movement. So now going into the summoning end of movement phase. So first of all, we grab 3d6 and then we decide who's gonna roll. I'm gonna start with the Herald of Slaanesh on the Exalted Seeker Chariot. Obviously, we have to choose Slaanesh, and we get a good roll. That's 12 power points. If we look into the power points list, what can we get for this? We are able to get Seeker Chariots, another Keeper of Secrets, which is actually a pretty good option, and a bunch of Demonettes if we want to, or a bunch of Fiends. 5 Fiends. It's actually a bunch of bodies that we can take. I'm thinking the Demonettes though, because for 10 points we get 20 additional Demonettes, and they will have 2 icons and 2 instruments as well, because I don't pay any points for them. Yeah, I think so. So we're gonna summon another unit of Demonettes over here. 2 of these, 1 Illyrus, and 2 of these. And the rest of the ladies is just normal units, except we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that is 20. Alright. Did we roll any doubles, by the way? We did not. So we have a bunch of Demonettes coming in within 12 inches of her. So that is gonna be right there, because that's more than 9 inches away from the closest unit. Coming in right here. And then we can try to get a juicy charge off before anything happens. Everything is within 12 and is more than 9 away, right? Oh, there was some mismeasuring there. Yeah, not entirely, but you know how it goes. They are in range for everything, and I will do the same. Okay, next is gonna be Zarkniel. He gets a doubles, so that's 1 mortal wound on him. Goes down to 19. And he summons something with 12, so also a very good roll. 12. I believe another Keeper of Secrets wouldn't be bad, because we get another Smite off, and we get some pretty nice close combat capabilities. Yeah. Alright, so we bring in another Keeper of Secrets. Let's take this one. Zip, blob him down within 9, outside of 9 inches of that Chaos Fury over there. Right there. And within 12, which he is. There we go, another Keeper of Secrets. This one I'll give Cacophony Core and Symphony of Pain. There we go. Alright, and then the Keeper of Secrets himself is gonna summon a unit. Gowards doubles, so it takes a mortal wound. Goes down to 11. And he is gonna get us some feeds, I believe. Because that's a 10. And with 10 we can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fiends, which is actually good value. Because there's so many of them. And they're really, really fast. I like that about them. So let's measure 9 inches away from the Chaos Furies again. Is right here. As you can see, we can do a nice wall up with fiends. That might possibly even get a charge on the Furies. Yeah, it fits. It just needs to be a little bit closer to the wall there. I'm getting retracted by this. That's okay. Alright. Then the Mask of Slaanesh also has a summoning roll. So let's see what she gets. That's 6, 11 again with a double. So it takes a wound. What can we get for 11? Another Keeper of Secrets. Some Demonettes. I actually like the Seekers. I will take 10 Seekers any day because they are really, really fast. Oh, there's one lady missing here. Is she? Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2. And we will bring in those a little bit more in the back. Because we don't necessarily need them right now and we want to have some nice counter charging. Oh, we have to come a little bit closer though. Just in case the Demon Prince tries some funny stuff next turn, we got a good amount of weaponry that can deal with him very well. And they will be in range no matter what. So as you can see, summoning is quite powerful this edition. Because I brought so much in. But obviously in match play you wouldn't be able to do this because I already filled my 1850 points anyway. This is just to get a good feeling about the units and everything. The more you have, the better you can use them, the more aggressive you will play. Okay, I believe that is it because the Demon Prince moved, he cannot summon, and everything else did summon already. So let's go to the Psychic phase. So start in Psychic with Zaragnia onto the Chaos Furies. And he's going to try to manifest Smite. And he gets it. And the Herald will try to deny. Which he does. Excellent. The Keeper of Secrets is going to try to smite Furies as well. Succeeds. Denied. Okay. It's actually pretty annoying. Denying a bunch of stuff. The mask does not have any psychic. The Demon Prince is actually the closest, so I'm going to try to smite him. And I fail. And I will not reroll anything. This Herald on the is also in range of the Furies, alright. Gets it with a 10, excellent. And deny. No. Alright, so the Furies suffer 3 mortal wounds as well. Cool. I'm not necessarily sure. Oh, that's a bad color. Excuse me. There we go. So 3 of them. I'm not sure if I just would take it from the front, because then it makes the charge harder. Yeah, I think so. So we take this Fury, this, and this Fury. So 3 Furies down, and I believe we can do some more psychic shenanigans. Keeper of Secrets is in range. A 9. One last deny. Does not make it. How many? 1 wound kills 1 more Fury. Alright. I believe that's all the smiting I want to do. So next is the Slaanesh disciplines. Hysterical Frenzy obviously doesn't work. Cacophonic Chore, or whatever it's called, does work because it's still in range and everything. He does have it, so he can cast it into the closest enemy visible unit. So that is 12. That is, I think, less than 12. That's actually, I think, pretty equal. Yeah, the drones are actually closer. So what leadership do the drones have? Leadership 7, and Furies have leadership 6. The drones are out of range for the Great Unclean One bubble, though. Yeah, they're 11 inches away, and I don't think the ability has that much range. So I'll try to attack the plague drones with this. Oh, by the way, they would get disgustingly resilient against this. My bad. Even against mortal wounds, you would get it. Okay, so they still died anyway. There we go. If you forget it, it doesn't work. Alright. So now we roll 2d6 against the plague drone's leadership, and everything it exceeds by, they take a mortal wound. Alright, so roll high. No, that's a 6. That's below their leadership, so they don't take any wounds at all. Because I don't think the Keeper of Secrets is in range with his ability. Let me open up my rosters real quick, because this is actually pretty relevant. Well, it gets relevant very quickly anyway. So let's look up the range on Scabrithrax. Within 6 inches you need to take his leadership, so he's well out of range. So we played that correct. And then Slaanesh. The range of the Keeper of Secrets. I can't see anything here. Interesting. But okay, so 1 psychic power gone, and last thing we can do is Symphony of Pain. I will give Symphony of Pain to... Would like to give it to him. Do I have anybody that can cast this? No. Oh, actually, she might be in range. No, she's too far away. The Ragnar also has it. So we can't debuff the Demon Prince. Let's put it on the drones as well. And we do not make it on a 6, I believe. Oh, it's exactly 6 actually. But I don't think Nurgle can do anything about it because they already denied too much. Alright, let's see. Oh no, Scarathax can cast and deny 3, so he can cast they deny for sure. And he passes. Alright, so nothing happens with the psychic abilities there. Except that a bunch of Chaos Furies died, but okay. Now with shooting, we don't really have much. We have the lashing tongues and everything, doesn't do anything. Lashes of Torment do something if we are in range. I believe we are in range. The lashes should be 6 inches of range. Let's check it out. Yes, 6 inch range, assault D6, strength 4. on a chariot. Chariot has a risk of 3. Alright, so let's get going with the attacks. How many? 6 of them. Nice. Hitting on 3s. And are we in range of the Demon Prince? We are not. We are too far away. So we would get no rerolls here. And it wounds the Nurglings on 2s because they're toughness 2. So that's 4 wounds on them. They have a in one save of 5 up. And they also have disgustingly resilient, which they fail. So the first Nurgling base takes 3 wounds to the face from the whip. Okay. Obviously this seems to be the only thing that is in range for shooting, because everybody else is further away. And so we go straight to the charge phase and see what we can do. So first of all, the Keeper of Secrets cannot declare a charge against the Plague Drones, it's too far. He can declare against the Chaos Furies, but he needs a 12 to make it in. Nope, that's not even close. The Fiends also need 12. Yeah. Although they can move through here. So now they need only a 10-inch charge. Okay, so 10-inch charge for the Fiends into the Chaos Furies. Oh, almost. No. Don't make it. And then 9-inch charge into this Chaos Fury squad for the Demonettes. Not too close. They got an 8 there. I could try to re-roll because that would actually be pretty nice to just wipe them out. Because then they have to deal with the Demonettes and I have another turn of moving up and then I can crash into them for everything I have. I think I will use a command point and just re-roll that one. So re-rolling the 3. I need 1 more here. No, 7 is not enough because I need a 9-inch charge and I only get +1, so I only get an 8. Too bad. Okay, then over here the Seeker Chariot. Actually, I'm not sure if the Seeker Chariot even needs to attack, although the Demon Prince will probably get it anyway. Yeah, it's an easy charge, so we should charge both of these squads in, the Seekers and the Seeker Chariot. So Chariot first, because the Chariot needs more room for its scything impact. So let's see it. 7 inches, okay. Actually, it's a totally way around. Okay, let's revert this. Seekers first, because they can go around, and then the Chariot. Doesn't matter for the charge roll, really. We re-roll this just in case. Okay, there we go. So we're going 4 inches to there. Here. Here. And this one, I think, has to block the Chariot a little bit. Yeah, and in the end it didn't matter, but we should have rolled these guys first for sure. Then the Chariot needs a 6-inch. Yeah, actually makes it exactly on the spot. But he only hits 1 Nurgling with Scything Impact, so that's not good. Something like that. Alright, that's the charging there. These charges all failed, and I don't think I can declare anything else. Although I could, but I don't want to. So we go straight to this one. So first of all, the Seeker Chariot gets 1 Scything Impact hit on the Nurglings. It doesn't do anything. Then the Seeker Chariot itself gets to attack with 4. Now comes the interesting part. How does it actually perform? A Seeker Chariot has an Exalted Allurus with Lashes of Torment. She hits on 3s. Oh, doesn't reroll anything because we don't have the Demon Prince around. And she wounds on 3s as well because they are toughness 2 and she's strength 3. Is she? I believe so. Seeker Chariot is... No, it's actually strength 4. Okay. We got lucky. So one attack goes through. One in-one save. And Disgustingly Resilient. And one Nurgling base is toast. Alright. Then the Steeds of Slaanesh gets to... Actually, the Demonite first. The Demonite Charioteer misses. And then the Steeds of Slaanesh get to go with the attacks. We have 4 attacks because we have 2 of them. Not 3s. Wounding on 2s because it's strength 4. With 5-up in-one saves. And Disgustingly Resilient. 1 wound on the Nurglings. Alright, that's it from the Seeker Chariot. The Lashes of Torment were already fired. And then the Seekers will get to go next. Obviously the Seeker Chariot could pie in, but I don't think I want to pie in. It brings me closer to the Great and Clean one. Yeah, no. These ladies will also not pie in, because they're all in close combat anyway. Each Seeker has 2 attacks, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Let's get that real quick. So 10 attacks total, plus 1 because we have a 1 leader. Hitting on 3s. And also wounding on 3s. With 5-ups. And 5-ups. 3 wounds on the Nurglings. So that base is dead. And then the Steeds of Slaanesh also gets to attack. Which is 10 attacks total because they get 2 attacks per lashing tongue. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 2s. 5-ups. Oh, pretty good one. And 5-ups. Another 3 wounds on the Nurglings. Dropping down to 1 single wound. Alright, so the Chariot actually dealt very, very few damage, and therefore the Nurglings get to survive. Maybe. I mean, morale might still eviscerate them, but it's not very likely. The leadership 7. And they might actually bite me in the butt later. Alright, the Nurglings get to attack with their 4 attacks. They will attack the Seekers, obviously. And let's see what we can get. Alright, Nurglings have weapon skill of 4. So hitting on 4s. That's a cocked one. And wounding on 6s. Oh, actually, wounding on 5s because they don't have as much. Okay. Now, leadership tests are required to make because I don't think there's anything else to do in close combat. Nurglings will not pie in or anything. So, leadership test on the Nurglings. 4 plus 6 is fine, so they're not dead yet. So, first blood is denied. Very good. And then on the Chaos Furies, they have leadership 6 usually, but they are near Scarabthrax, so they get their leadership up to 10, which means even if I roll a 6, I cannot exceed, so they don't take any wounds from morale here. And that's it. That is turn 1 Slaanesh. So pretty bad turn in terms of objectives, but really the objectives were horrible. I will discard objective 4, I believe. Witch Hunter I'll keep. And that's it for turn 1. Alright, battle round number 2 starts with drawing objectives for Nurgle. Oops. Secure objective 3, secure objective 6, and still blood and guts. So objective number 3 is 1, 2, 3 right here, so it's easy to get. And number 6 is down here, which is not that easy to get because we have to go all across the map to get it. So it's probably not going to happen. So blood and guts is our best shot here. Okay, so what do we do? First of all, do we fall back with the Nurglings? Because I might need them later, and I don't think they can do much in the close combat. The thing is, the Lashes of Torment still get to overwatch me, because they can be fired within 1 inch. So it doesn't do anything for preventing damage, really. Yeah, why not? I'll fall back with them. Just a tiny bit. Yeah, we're more than 1 inch away from them, so we're not locked in combat anymore. And that allows the others to come in more easily and maybe saves my Nurglings. The Great Unclean One is going to move his 7 inches forward towards here. So he wants to clean up the Seekers. And then the Demon Prince is going to move 8 inches up to deal with the Chariot. Scarethrax will probably try to deal with the Demonettes. Although the Demonettes can punch him pretty badly, I still think it's worth it. Because we need to contest this objective and there's too many Demonettes coming in right now. And obviously we don't like that. So he moves his 7 inches forward. Oh. And rolls over and dies. To there. Obviously he's going to get counterattacked into oblivion, but that's why he is Scarethrax bloated. He is tanky as heck. The Plague Drones will move 12 inches. From here to here. They will try to deal with the Keeper of Secrets this turn. Yeah, everything is close enough, and they can also try to hold their objective if they survive. I believe my Furies will try to make their way over there and I mean, dealing with the other Furies is really hard because they are too far away. I think we just might be able to put them into this combat and attack the Demonettes. Maybe they can't kill Scarethrax that easily then. Because they are really dangerous and I want to remove as many models as I can before they get to do anything. Let's make sure we're not getting in the way though, because that would be very sad. So KO3 is moving up, and that's it. The Plaguebearer Horde is obviously gonna advance. Epidemius is gonna hold still and summon something. The Herald of Nurgle is also gonna stand still, so it's just the Plaguebearers moving forward 5 inches into this direction. Right there. Alright. Here they go. They could try to charge the fiends, but I'm not sure if they would make that. But that's okay. Alright, I believe that's all my movement, because the Beast of Nurgle is going to stay on that objective for sure. And now we get to summon some stuff with Epidemius. Epidemius rolls 3d6 and see what he can summon in. Ooh, horrible rolling. 6 only. We can get some Nurglings, which is useless. We can get Chaos Furies. Even more. We can get 3 Beasts of Nurgle. Or we can get some Plague Bearers. Not sure about this. Furies sounds not too bad, but not too good either. Yeah, what the hell. I'm just gonna summon more Beasts of Nurgle, I believe. Yeah, why not? Beasts of Nurgle are just annoying to deal with, and I like annoying to deal with very much. Alright, let's bring them in. Zip. Obviously more than 9 inches away from the demonids. Right there. And 9 inches away from the Seeker Chariot is also there. Right here. So 3 Beasts of Nurgle summoned in. Not a very good roll though. The Herald of Nurgle will also try to summon something. Hopefully roll a little bit better. That's 11, 14. For 14 we can get Plague Drones and a bunch of them as well. And I believe that's the highest we can get no matter what, right? I mean, yes, we could get 7 Beasts of Nurgle, but I think we're Gucci there. Now I'm just gonna summon in more Plague Drones. Plague Drones are really tanky, and summoning that many, 6 by the way, is actually a pretty good idea. Let's get some more Plague Drones. One, two, three. They are fast and tough and can hold objectives pretty good. Why not? Alright. Obviously 9 inches away from the enemy within 12. Probably into the second rank here if we can. Yep, we can fit them there. So we will put them right here. I can't really get there. Come on, Plague Drone. Stay there. Wobbly Model Syndrome. Another one over here. And then the last one back here. There we go. More Plague Drones. That's still too close. Doesn't matter. It should fit in here. I think we're good. Alright. That's it for Chaos Daemons. Nurgle. So let's go to the Psychic phase instead. The Great Unclean One will try to manifest Fleshy Abundance onto the Nurglings, which he passes, and we don't seem to have anything in range to deny this. Nope, we don't have anything to deny this. So how many wounds did they restore? 3 of them, so the base is back to 4 health. Cool. Next, he's gonna cast Virulent Blessing. With who? Scarathax is gonna cast Violent Blessing onto the Plague Drones, which he fails, so that's really bad because that's a good spell. And I believe no one else has Stream Corruption or anything. Yeah, okay. So smiting the Seekers passes. How many wounds? 1 wound on 1 Seeker. The Demon Prince is gonna cast it into the Chariot, which he passes, causing 2 wounds to the Seeker Chariot. Scarathax bloated. It's gonna Psychic Scream the Demonets. He makes it. We can deny. Don't deny it. 2 wounds to the Demonets. One and a 2. Actually, let me take one from the front. No, it's Allurus. My mistake. I shouldn't have put the Allurus into the first rank. Okay, the Herald of Nurgle is also in range. And we're also in deny range, so need normal more than 8. No. How many? 2. And a 1. And a 2. Alright, so we reduced their numbers below 20 with Psychic, that's nice. Other than this, I don't think we need anything necessarily. And we casted everything else that we can. Yep, that's it. Alright, so Psychic done. Next gonna be the shooting phase. Scarathax Exploded has a shooting attack. He is within 6 inches of the Demonets squad, which means he has his horrific vomit. Pistol 2d6. Where's my rolling? 2d6, which is 8. Good number. Hitting on 2s. Where's the Demon Prince? Not close enough. Does he actually have ballistic skill 2? I think so. Yeah, he has it. Alright. And strength 6, minus 2 AP, D3 wounds. So wounding on 2s, because it's strength 6 against toughness 3. And everything else doesn't matter because they only have 1 wound each and they have invuln saves. Alright, so they make 2, so 5 of them die to the vomit. So it puts the counter up to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. The Great Unclean One has his little whip or something. I don't know what it is. The Plague Flail. The Plague Flail is gonna go into the Chariot for sure, because why not? It has enough range, I believe. Yeah, range 7. Assault 2. So hitting on 2s? Yeah, hitting on 2s. Strength user, which is strength 7. No, 6. And AP minus 3, 2 damage. No, not a bad profile at all. So rolling right here. Hitting on 2s. Still not re-rolling once because the Demon Prince is too far away, I believe. It's just within 6, right? Yeah. So 1 hit. The thing here is toughness 5, so still wounding on 3s. That's a wound. -2 to the save brings him down to a 5+ in1 save, which it fails, and it deals 2 damage, so it goes down to 2 whole points. Okay. Next is the Plague Drones here. Plague Drones will fire into the Keeper of Secrets. We have 12-inch range on these, so 1, 2 in range. Hitting on 4s, wounding on 5s. 1 wound, and the Keeper of Secrets does not have any good saves. He just has his 5 up, which he passes. Then we have another 6 attacks from the front Plague Drone squad. Hitting nothing really. And no wounds. Okay. So shooting done from these guys as well. This squad cannot shoot. These guys cannot shoot. That's it. So shooting all done. So let's go to the charge phase. These guys will declare charge against the Keeper of Secrets. And obviously they will make it. 10 inches. Like so. The Scarabthrax into the Demonid Allurus. Looks like 6 inches. Yeah, he is absolutely fine. Then the Chaos Furies. Oh, also make it easily. So let's go here. Try to ward them in as much as I can. And the Plague Bearers into the Fiends, that's a 10, so I need 9. Actually, no, I need 8 because I have a icon of Nurgle. Yeah, that's 9.5, and I have 9, 10. I make it exactly. Alright, let's move out. Everything moves forward. Towards here. Except the Herald, obviously. Whoops. No. Herald needs to go back. And everybody who fell down has to be in the back line. Because there's not enough space for all of them. Like so. Alright. These Plague Drones here can also declare a charge. They need a 9, but they don't make it. Over here, the Demon Prince into the Seeker Chariot, which will Overwatch. No hits. And he's in. He's gonna move this way. So he stays as far away as he can from the Exalted Chariots, because they will probably grind him into the ground. And also stay away from anything else. The Great Unclean One into the Seekers. And he makes it as well. Over there. And I believe that is all that could declare a charge. Did actually declare a charge. Alright. So obviously the order here is really important. Demons of Slaanesh have the ability to basically counter charge every time, and since all of my guys charge this turn, we will just take turns, and I will start because I'm the one whose turn it is. Alright, so what do we want to do first? I think the biggest thing is these here, because I can take them out rather easily. I have the power to take out the Daemonids, and if I take them out, I will not get dealt as much damage back as you would expect. And we probably cannot take down the Keeper of Secrets very much. Just, I don't know. And these guys will not deal as much damage as the Daemonids. Demons is the scariest unit right now. And now we have to decide, do we want to go with the Furies first, which is 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 Furies, so 14 attacks, or the Scarithrax. I believe he is the better choice though. Yeah, I will go with him first. Alright, so Scarithrax has how many attacks? 6 attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hitting on 2s. And wounding on 2s. With 5 ups. Kills 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then his Nurglings get to attack, d6 attacks. 5 of them. Hitting on 2s. And wounding on 5s. Rerolling 1s. And a 5 up. Hey! Alright, so 5 more Daemonids die, taking the losses down to 14. 13, 14. And then I get to choose my next unit that gets to go. Now this is a hard choice. The Fiends can actually do a lot of damage against the Plague Bearers. I think I'll attack with those first. So I'm pretty sure the Keeper of Secrets can deal with these guys no matter what. I think so. And there's not enough Daemonids left here where I would say, yeah, that's gonna be very useful. The Chaos Furies will probably just finish them off in the end, and I don't care about killing the Furies very much. I would rather kill the Plague Bearers. Alright, so and these here will pie in a little bit. How do I play this? You download Tabletop Simulator and you download all the stuff that I have in my workshops, and then you can play. It's actually pretty easy. You can just Google Lotus Streams and you will find my Steam account most likely. Alright. Each fiend has 4 attacks, and they have Dissecting Claws and Vicious Barbed Tails. They can only make 1 attack with each barbed tail, but they can do the other 3 with the Dissecting Claws. They should be... yeah, that's all of them. So we have 5 of them remaining. So we have 5 attacks with the tails. The tails are the better profiles. So let's have a look what they do. Each tail is strength what? Strength user, which is strength 4, AP minus 3, D3 damage. Yeah. Alright, so 5 of these, hitting on 3s. Oh, not very good. Toughness 4, strength 4, so wounding on 4s. Nice. 5 up invulns. Both failed. These deal D3 damage each. So that's 2 to save, disgustingly resilient. He's dead, and the other one is also dead. So 2 plague bearers die. Yeah, you gotta download Tabletop Simulator on Steam. Otherwise, obviously, it doesn't work. And then we have 5 guys remaining with 3 attacks each. Where is my... Oh, there it is. I'm blind. So that's 15. Hitting on 3s. And wounding on 4s. With 5+ in-1 saves. And each of the dissecting claws attacks deal 2 damage, I think. Yep, they're 2 damage in general. So we have to roll 2 at a time. 1 dead. 2 dead. 3 dead. 4 dead. Easy peasy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Obviously it doesn't reduce the amount of text in the end they will get, but reducing these down before they can kill my fiends is actually a big deal, because the fiends don't have very good defense mechanics. But as you can see, they pack quite a punch, and the 2 damage per attack actually pays off really nicely here, because it pretty much nullifies disgustingly resilient, because you have to do the roll for each damage point and not for the entire thing. Alright. Next is gonna be a Nurgle unit. Now here I don't have to rush into anything, and most likely I'll try to go with the Great Unclean One next. So Great Unclean One has 5 attacks on the charge. Oh, actually I need to do my counting here. How many did I kill? 4, 6, I believe. Yeah, I need to keep track of the losses. That's actually really important. There we go. Now the Great Unclean One will try to attack. He has 5 attacks. Hitting on 2s. Rerolling because of the Demon Prince. Nice. Already worth it. And wounding on 2s. All of these wound. 5+ in-1 saves. And look at that. The Seekers make every single in-1 save. Okay. That was interesting. I guess Slaanesh gets to go next. I guess I can go here, right here, because if I can take out some plague drones, they might not even get to attack me. So let's try to go here next. Keeper of Secret has 6 attacks, I believe. Yeah. 6 attacks. How many attacks can he make with his claw? I think it's D3. Where is he? He has the Wit Stealer Sword and the Snapping Claws. So both of these 3 deal 3 damage each, so it's nice. And you get to use D3 extra with the Snapping Claws. Alright. The Witch Stealer's Sword is also strength 7, but it doesn't really matter because it's Nurgle units, and they are toughness 5 anyway. Alright, so let's go for the D3. 2 attacks from the Snapping Claws. Hitting on 2s. And wounding on 3s. With 3 damage. So 5 up. And disgustingly resilient. Alright, takes it down to 1 wound. Not on the Plaguebringer, though. Then the other claws. The Witstealer Sword, hitting on 2s. And wounding on 3s. With 5-ups. And now obviously we have to roll 3 for each of these. Alright, so the Plague Drone, the first one is dead. Second one is alive. Is dead. And the Plaguebringer is alive. Hallelujah. He remains with 1 wound because of disgustingly resilient. Alright. So that's it for that unit, pretty much, because there's only 1 guy left. So what does Nurgle want to do next? I believe the Seeker Chariot is not really... it actually hurts a little bit. But I think I want to kill the Demonettes next before I forget about them. They have some nasty attacks. I don't need to rush this combat because they already attacked. So let's go with the Demonettes next. Everything I have will go into the Chaos Fuse because I can decimate them this turn. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ladies remaining. Six ladies means 12 attacks plus 1 for the Luris. Hitting on 3s. And wounding on 4s, actually. Running doesn't matter because they have 5-ups. And disgustingly resilient. 5-ups, easy peasy. The Furies don't take any damage whatsoever. Okay, put it down here. He lost 2 in his squad. So I believe we will go next over here then for Demon Prince. Let's actually go for the Demon Prince for sure. So the Demon Prince will attack here. It has 5 attacks? 4 attacks. 4 attacks and then an additional attack with the Malefic Talon, to be exact. So let's go with the X first though. Hitting on 2s. And he is strength 7 against toughness 5. So winning on 3s with 5-up invulns. And it deals D3 damage, I believe, or 3 damage. Let's have a look at the prince. He has a Hellforge sword, which gives him 3 damage per attack, so it is for sure dead. Can it explode? Let's have a look. Seeker Chariot does not explode, okay. So it's just dead. Choop. Obviously we add 1 to the Pestilence table. Tally of Pestilence for Epidemius. So now all Nurgle units reroll once. In general, right? Where's he? No, it's no effect. We have to destroy 2 units to reroll all once. Okay, so that's doable. These don't have to attack yet. These don't have to attack at all because they already fought. So now it doesn't matter which Slaanesh unit I pick, pretty much. I will choose I will choose not the demons. They already fought. I will choose the Seekers next. So Seekers will pile into... Oh, it's actually illegal here. That can't be. He has to be more away than this. Okay. I will pie in with the Seekers. These two have to attack the Great Unclean One for sure. Actually, they don't. I can rotate them around. Not this one though. Now let's attack him with those. And I think that's all we do this turn. Just attack him with the Seekers. There we go. So these guys will all attack with their basic attacks first. So we have 2 basic attacks each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1 additional from the Allurus, or the Heartseeker in this case. Hitting on 3s, winning on 5s. And then we also get 10 attacks from the Steeds. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 5s, 1 wound. 5 up, 5 up. 1 wound on the Great Unclean One. So there's 11 remaining. Not too hot, but alright, I guess. And then they will stay where they are. I believe that's it for that combat altogether. This guy will attack here, and then the Plague Bearers will attack here. And that is pretty much it. Everything else fought already. Alright, so let's do this guy here. The Plaguebringer has 4 attacks. Sorry, 4 attacks. 2 attacks. The drone has 4 attacks. Alright, hitting on 4, so it's nice. And wounding on 5s, re-rolling. With in-one saves. Takes 2 wounds off the Keeper of Secrets. And then 4 attacks from the Plague Drone. Not very good hitting. No wounding, but re-rolling. No. Alright, that was sad, because this one was supposed to deal the damage, because Plague Drones themselves don't really do much, but the Prehensile Proboscis deals 2 damage. So that's pretty nice. Alright, so didn't do anything to him. And obviously he will stay where he is. Doesn't really have to do anything else. Then the Plague Bearers will get to pie in. Pie in. Pie in, pie in, pie in. There's not that much room after all, so I can just do this a little bit quicker than usual. There we go. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 guys made it in, including the Plague Ridden. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11. Add an additional one. And if I was... Yep, I'm still in range of the Herald of Nurgle. Absolutely planned, obviously. So hitting on 4s. And wounding on 3s, because we're strength 5 against toughness 4. And re-rolling with the sword. Okay. We have 5 ups. And we take 3 wounds to the face. So one of the fiends dies. Let's take this one. And then they get to pie in. So pieing in this way. this way, this way. And this way. And then this guy will obviously not pie in because he doesn't get to attack anyway. And he needs to keep the Herald buff on these guys. Okay. So done fighting, done fighting, done fighting, done fighting. Did I attack with the Chaos Freeze yet? Not actually that sure. Huh. Honestly can't remember. I will not attack with them because I cannot remember at all. He attacked though, he attacked, these guys attacked, the Seeker Chariot just died before it could attack. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the units got pretty decimated, but I don't know whether that was just by the unclean one or if they... I don't know. Maybe the Furies already attacked. I actually do not know anymore. Oh, that's okay. Let's just mute me in case the audio goes double or something. So let's go to the objectives. We have defend objective 6, 3, blood and guts. Blood and guts, we destroyed one during the fight phase, and secure objective 3 we do with 1 plague drone remaining. So 2 points for Nurgle yet again. And we will discard this objective. Alright. Player turn 2 for Slaanesh, get 1 additional objective, still have to kill the witch. Secure objective 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's the objective where Scabathrax is sitting on, so that's gonna be a little bit tough, but okay. I'm fine with that one. Alright, let's see what we need to do. Now the thing is, since we are pretty close here, and this is only a 6 in charge, we can try to stand still with the Demon Prince and be greedy and summon in another unit. So we'll see about that. But everything that is a chariot and so on, obviously we'll try to move. So the excited Seeker Chariot is going to move 12 inches forward. And try to crash into the Demon Prince. Same for this one. Because the Demon Prince is actually pretty hard to kill. The Seekers here will obviously advance because they can do so and still charge. So they advance 2, so they have 16 movement. I think I want to go... let's try to bring him down this turn. I'll try to attack Scabathrax with everything I have. So they move around him. Although I don't even have to kill him. I mean, I can just try to get the objective by putting guys on it. So all the Seekers will move in. Stay 1 inch away from the Chaos Spawns. Chaos Spawns, no piece of Nurgle. It's not a Chaos Spawn, obviously. It doesn't make our charge longer though. Let's not block the Demon Prince. Okay, I believe we're fine there. And this Herald here is a little bit too far away though, I believe. I mean, he can make it into the Furies, but I'd obviously like to hit Scabathrax, but I will hold still as well. I'm not going to go greedy here. I want as much reinforcements as I can get. This this Keeper of Secrets is still in close combat, so he can't move, so he will do his summoning no matter what. The Chaos Furies will stay on the objective, I believe. Yeah, they will just stay where they are. And the Fiend is gonna move over here and here to attack somebody. Zaragniel is gonna roll for advancing as always, just to see how far I could go. I could go 16 inches, but I don't really have much room here to go anywhere, so I will just stay where I am and then try to get into the close combat over here. The Keeper of Secrets is also gonna stand still, and the Demonette army is obviously moving forward. Oh, I forgot for these guys, you need to do the leadership test on the Demonettes. Completely forgot about it. And also about the Plague Bearers, for sure. Okay, they're out of range, so the Plague Bearers will use their leadership of 7, I believe, yeah. So, leadership 7. Whoa. Oh, just one die though. Oh, it's gonna be a 5 either way, okay. So 5 plus 6 losses this turn is 11. So they lose 4 more models. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the Demonettes have 14 plus 4. And they are leadership 10. Nope, they are out of range. So they are dead, no matter what. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Alright, so that's gone. And these guys are gone too. The Plague Drones need to do their leadership, which they pass. Okay. Now it's alright, because here there was no damage dealt, and obviously we get to do our normal stuff. Alright, now the Demonettes here will be able to move, and I will move them 7 inches up. To here. So staying away from the other unit here. Over there. Over there. Over here. And everybody else is gonna be over here. Obviously I can declare multi-charges this turn because it doesn't really matter. But you know. The mask will not move because it is fine attacking over here, and we don't have to yet. And I believe that's everything I wanted to move and stuff. Alright, so we go to the summoning yet again. So let's try to summon something with the Keeper of Secrets. Let's see what we can get. We get a 10 without any perils, so that's nice. We could bring in another blob of Demonettes, and I believe that is the best choice as well. Because as you can see, the Demonettes die very fast, but they actually possess such a threat that you have to take them out. Otherwise, you are in big trouble. And they still have a very good offense power that your opponent has to respect, even if he removes a bunch of them. And there is 20 Demonettes. Alright, let's call them Demonettes number 3. Oh, I think I renamed the... Yeah, whatever. The instruments are still clear, right? Actually, they don't even have instruments. What the hell is this? There we go. Whoops. Sorry about that. Alright. There's our instruments. Okay. So let's bring them in. Obviously, there's not that much room left, but I could try to bring them in right here and then charge over there. I'll bring them in a little bit further back. It doesn't really matter. So 9 inches away from the Chaos Furies is right here. So we have a new blob of Demonettes coming in fresh from reserves. Who did this? The Keeper of Secrets? Yeah, I think so. Then the Mask is gonna go next. She perils with 3, so it's D3. 2 mortal wounds to the Mask. Ooh, drops down to 1. Whoops. And we get a 12 though. That's actually a pretty good roll. We can go for another Keeper of Secrets. Or for a bunch of Fiends again. I think the Fiends perform pretty well, so I'll get Fiends instead. Yeah. So 6 Fiends of Slaanesh. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they are called Fiends number 3. Calling them in. And we have to stay away 9 inches, which is over here. So we'll bring in the Fiends right there as reinforcements. Hey. The Herald is next. It's also going to summon. We're rolling really high now, like what the hell? 11 is obviously a Keeper of Secrets for sure. Gonna bring him in 9 inches away from him again. Right here. And he's gonna have Cacophonic Core and Symphony of Pain, as always. Then Zoragniel is gonna summon in. He gets a 12. 12 is a nice number yet again for some Fiends. There we go. And we're gonna bring in those Fiends on this side, I fear. Nine dot one away. So over here. And then this Keeper of Secrets is also gonna call in reinforcements. He gets a 11, 14. I believe we can bring in Be'lakor, right? I'm not sure about that one actually. I think Be'lakor can be brought in, but he might not be able to bring him in because Be'lakor doesn't have the same allegiance. That means only neutral characters can call him. I don't know. I'll just bring in a Soul Grinder instead with 11 points over here because he can tear these Plague Drones a new one, and I really dislike those. We're gonna stay 9 inches away. Right there. Within 12. Yeah. New Soul Grinder right there. Okay, I believe that is my characters. Except the Prince didn't do anything, right? I don't know. I summoned 1, 2,
3, 4, 5 units, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units. I think I'm still missing something. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, I think I still have one more summon. I believe it's from the Demon's Prince then. 13. Not really a good number, so we're just gonna go with a another Soul Grinder. Within 9 inches of the Demon Prince. Just right there. And there he grabs through the ruins. Okay. That's done now. Psychic. There's a lot of Psychic to be spoken here. So first thing first, this guy here, this Keeper of Secrets, into the Plaguebringer. Makes it on a 10. Scarabthex is going to try to deny. And he doesn't make it. So D3 wounds. 2 mortal wounds. 5 up disgustingly. And he's dead. It's exactly 1 wound, which is enough to kill him. Alright, so the Keeper of Secrets is free again to charge another unit, which is nice, because otherwise he would have overkilled that guy. So now he can go to town on those Plague Bearers instead. He's then gonna cast... where's my Hysterical Frenzy? Symphony of Pain... Somebody should have Hysterical Frenzy. But who? There we go, Hysterical Frenzy. Casting this on the Fiends of Slaanesh, so we get another round of close combat attacks. I will re-roll this one with a command point. Going up to 8. Scarabthex is going to try to deny. And he doesn't do it. Nice. That is really cool. So I now get to use the power. So the Fiends of Slaanesh will do their pie-in and all attacks. Obviously they can't pie in anymore, but they will get to do their attacks. So we have 4 attacks with their tails. Hitting on 3s, winning on 4s, nothing. I really need a herald around here. Then the 3 basic attacks with their dissecting claws, hitting on 3s, and wounding on 4s, with 5 up invuln saves, and disgustingly resilient. 1 dead, 2 dead. So 2 Plague Bearers die. Take them from here, I guess. And that psychic power went off. Then Zaragniel is going to try to smite them. I shall smite thee down. Which goes off. Trying to deny. I think I did deny. Okay. Then this one is going to cast Smite as well. Got it. Cannot be denied because there's nothing around. Although there's a Herald of Nurgle back there. Oh, and he denies it. Okay. That's actually pretty good. This Seeker... Seeker. Keeper of Secrets. Same idea. He gets it. Cannot deny because I don't have any more Psychers. 3 of them will die unless they get disgustingly resilient, which they don't. So we get 1, 2, 3 Plague Bearers. Next up is going to be this Keeper of Secrets into Scarabthex and also the Demon Prince. The order doesn't matter because he cannot deny anything anymore. Goes off. Second one also goes off. How many mortal wounds? 5. And also disgustingly resilient. Ooh, he doesn't make any of those. That's nice. So he goes down to 17, which is obviously a pretty good number, considering he's very, very hard to kill. And it ignores his 4+ in-one save, which is actually really handy here. Now the Keeper of Secrets could cast another power. Obviously, Cacophonic Jaw is better on something that is not within 6 of him. So Plague Bearers are leadership 7. So are the Plague Drones, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, I guess we just cast it on the Plague Bearers and be done with it. So on the Plague Bearers, Watch Up 6 is enough. Yeah, it's exactly 6. So rolling leadership 9, and these guys have -2 to their morale because of Zeragnir when he is around. So they are leadership 5 right now, and I got a 9, so we have 4 mortal wounds. Yeah, 4 mortal wounds on the Plague Bearers, so they get their disgustingly resilient. Which they make 2 of, so not too bad, I guess. And remove 2 more. And I guess the Exalted. Yeah, he can only smite the Chaos, or she can only smite the Chaos Furies because nothing else is in range, pretty much. Yeah, he gets it. How many? 2 of them, disgustingly resilient. And 1 Fury dies. These Furies are really sticky, like in terms of survivability. But that's okay. Alright, that's it for my psychic shenanigans, I guess. Yeah, I don't think I have anything left. Alright, next is gonna be the shooting. So the Herald of Slaanesh is not in range, but these 2s are both. And we have Lashes of Torment twice. Although the Exalted Seeker Chariot is good too, I think. Alright, both into the Demon Prince, obviously, so 2 attacks hitting on 2s, wounding on 5s, with a 5+ invuln, 3+ armor, sorry, and disgustingly resilient. Yep, he makes it. Then the other one hits, doesn't wound. Okay. What else do we have? We have the Soul Grinder. He's gonna fire his Harvester Cannon into the Demon Prince. Actually, can I target him? Yeah, I can target him. Hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s with a 4+. He makes it. Then the Flank Bombardment is 2 shots, hitting on 4s, winning on 3s with 5 up, and he makes it. Wow, this Demon Prince is tanking like a boss right now. Okay, I guess we go to this Soul Grinder. This Soul Grinder is gonna fire at the Beast of Nurgle because he can barely see it. So the cannon gets 2 shots, hitting on 4s, nothing. And Harvester Cannon, 2 hits, 1 wound, 1 failed save, 1 failed disgustingly resilient. And the Harvester Cannon deals how much damage? Let's have a look. So grinder. D3 damage each. Okay. Okay, so 1 damage and... Oh no, I already rolled for that one. That was my bad. I should have rolled it before, but that's okay. So the Beast of Nurgle takes a wound to the face. And I believe that is everything, right? Because he's out of range and don't have much else shooting anywhere. Okay. Next we're gonna fight and charge. So the Sword Grinder is gonna try to make the charge against the drones. But he doesn't make it. Actually, I'll rewrote this one for command point. Because he deals a lot of damage, and that's a good 6 right before. So we're dropping low on command points, but now the Sword Grinder is in the drone's business, and his claw is really, really good against stuff like this. I guess the Fiend can go as well. Yep, makes it. To here. The Keeper of Secrets into the same squad. 4. Yeah, makes it. Makes it just fine, actually. Like so. So Keeper of Secrets. The Demonet unit into the Chaos Furies. Nope. Oh, actually, yes, they make it because of the banner. Oh no, wait a second. I need... I'm more than 9 inches away. So the charge is still in 9, and I got an 8 plus 1 for the banner. Yeah, I make it, actually. Because it's a 10-inch... Yeah, okay. Just barely, but I make it. And obviously, everybody has to come as close as they can get, but that's not very far. The other Demonite squad is still in the way. Okay. This squad is gonna attack the Furies and Scabrithrax. Scabrithrax has his Vomit. Gets 4 shots with his Vomit. And hits automatically. Wounding on 2s, because it's strength 6. With 5+ saves. 3 of them die. So 1, 2, 3. And then distance 5 inches. Now it's not really far, but close enough. Now a little trick, if you want to bring in as many as you can, you make the ring as wide as you can. Because the wider the ring is, the more units you can get to attack. Because the second ring grows larger. So unless you're worried about the distance you're going, this is obviously the better play most of the time. Okay, oh yeah, obviously we don't want them over there, though. Move them a little bit back. Like so, because the Demon Prince also obviously wants to make a charge. Scabrithrax cannot overwatch anymore because he's bound in close combat. Demon Prince makes it on an 8, no problem. Shwa. He can fit, that's okay. As I said, I ignore this ruin because it's too big for all purposes. And I just have it in here for cinematic purposes. Okay, Then the Seekers will all attack Scarithrax as well. They make the charge. Who would have thought? Zip, zip, zip. Attack, 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 attack. And these guys obviously will also pie in as far as they can. They will get to attack no matter what, because they're not getting blocked by the terrain. The Soul Grinder is going to declare a charge. No, the Exiled Chariot obviously has to declare a charge first. It's in the way. So the Chariot goes 6 inches into here. Then the Hellflyer goes 10 inches. Okay, that's pretty good. Into here. And then the Soul Grinder into the Nurgle things. 10 inches. Excellent. He's the right guy for the squish job. Now, why did I charge him into the Beast of Nurgle? Because the Beast of Nurgle can Glorious Intervention here, and because I feel left out if they don't. So I'll just try to squish them with his big Iron Claw, because he's pretty good against multi-wound targets, and then maybe he can do the job. Seeker can't make it in, and the Fiends will also not fit. Neither the Heralds, but the Keeper of Secrets here obviously can make a charge against the Plague Bearers pretty easily. 4 inches is not enough though, I believe. Oh, it is actually. I get... yeah, that's enough. I get in there. Okay. Obviously he's also gonna be wobbly as heck, but it's okay. Okay, I believe that's all the charges that I wanted to do. I mean, very good charges all around. Can't complain at all. So let's see how much damage we can deal. And this time everybody that I have is going to go first, thanks to Quicksilver Swiftness. Alright, let's start with the Soul Grinder here. It's going to be able to crush something. So the Soul Grinder has a very weird profile, because he always has his warp sword. In this case, obviously the warp claw is pretty nice, but the warp sword will deal 3 flat damage, which is really good, and he can reroll fail to hit rolls. He has 3 attacks, or he can go for the Iron Claw, which is strength times 2 d6 damage, which is a little bit less reliable, but you know, not really too bad either. I believe we're gonna go for the double damage though, so we get strength 16. So 3 attacks. Actually, I think the sword is better just because of the rerolling. Okay, so sword is the deal. Yep, there we go. Otherwise he would miss everything, which is horrible. He hits everything, wounds on 3s. Nice. In 1 saves on the Plague Drones. Oh, this is nasty stuff. So each of these has to make 3 disgustingly resilient saves, because it's 3 damage each. That's 1 drone entirely dead. Next one. Also entirely dead. Wow, this is really good for the Soul Grinder. And the next one. My goodness, they didn't make a single Fiend of Pain when it was really important, because he wouldn't take out entire models and the wounds wouldn't spill into the next guy. Oh well. Really good performance by the Soul Grinder, way above average, I think. The Fiend is then attacking with his tail, misses, and gets its 3 normal attacks, which is all misses. Okay, interesting. The Keeper of Secrets against the Plague Bearers. Snipping Claw doesn't hit. Actually, it's only 1, and now we roll for the hits. Hits. And wounds on 2s. 5 up. No. And Disgustingly Resilient. No. 1 Plague Bearer dead. And now the normal attacks. Hitting on 2s. Ooh, very bad hitting this time. Hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s. Do they even? No, wounding on 3s this time. And they make the N1 saves anyway, so it didn't matter. Alright, and then he's gonna circle around here a little bit. Now the other Keeper of Secrets here, into them. How many extra attacks? 2. Hitting on 2s. And wounding on 3s. No. 6 attacks. Hitting on 2s. Wounding on 3s. With 5 ups. And 5 ups. 1 dead. 1 dead. Chunk and chunk. Okay, then another 4 fiends. Still can't pie in very much, so that's that. 4 fiends with their tails. Wow, they're not hitting very well this round. Nothing. And then the dissecting claws. Oh my goodness, look at these 2s and 1s. I can't really do much about that, to be honest. 2 wounds, 2 failed saves. I actually have to reroll both of them. Oh nice, 1 survives and the other one dies. As you can see, Nurgle Demon's still really, really annoying. The Demonid army here is gonna attack the Chaos Furious before this one attacks, because then they get to pile into Scarabthax and get more attacks on him instead. So these ladies here will attack the Chaos Furious. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 attacking, including the Allurus. So that's 4 attacks times 3. And 1 additional. Hitting on 3s. Come on, not so many 2s this time, please. Fair enough. And wounding on 5s. Rending doesn't matter, because it's demons. Only 1 save made, and disgustingly resilient. 3 Furies die. Obviously I will take them from here to 3, because I want to block more attacks over there. Alright. So this is all over. This doesn't do anything. Oh, I forgot to charge with the fiends. Let's do that real quick. I simply forgot about them. They're just too far off in the corner. There we go. They failed anyway. Alright, fine. Let's go over here with the Soul Grinder next. This Soul Grinder is gonna go with his Iron Claw though, because the Iron Claw deals better damage against 4 wounds. At least I hope so. But this means he only gets 3 attacks and he doesn't get to reroll anything, so he is very reliant on those 4 pluses now. Good thing he makes 2 of them. Wounds on 2s because it's strength 16. And 5 up in 1 saves. Ooh, they made 1. That's actually pretty big. And now d6 damage. 6 damage. Alright, that's probably 1 squished. But it gets disgustingly resilient. And it is dead. Alright, so actually the plan worked out perfectly. 1 Beast of Nurgle gets absolutely demolished. And that's it for them. Alright, then over here we have the Hellflayer and the Exalted Seeker Chariot. Let's go for the Scything Impact. Doesn't cause a wound. Then we have 8 attacks from the Alubris. Six, 8. Hitting on 2s. And wounding on, I believe, 5s. Yeah, still 5s. Oh. No rending though. He still fails both of these because it's AP -1. Disgusting resilient. He is so disgustingly resilient. Holy moly, this guy is tanking like a boss. Like, no problem. The snapping maws, all hitting on 2s, winning on 5s. 2 of them. And 3-ups. He's fine. Alright, then we have the charioteers, which is 3 of them. Yep, 3 of them. So that's another 6 attacks. Good thing they're hitting on 2s. And 2 wounds, with no rending though. Both go, oh, just one goes through actually. And it also causes a wound. Wow, we finally dealt one single freaking wound to the freaking Demon Prince of Nurgle. Holy smokes. Alright, so next is the Hellflayer Chariot. Hellflayer Chariot has 4 attacks with the Exalted Lurus. Hits on 3s though, because it's not a big chariot. 1 wound. 1 failed, and made it. He made so many disgusting. Holy moly. It's not even fun. Alright, D6 attacks with the Hellflayer. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s because it's strength 8. And a 4-up, which he fails, and disgusting resilient. My goodness, he failed 1 out of, let's say, 10. Meanwhile, 10 wounds that was dealt to them. So that's pretty good. Okay, we have 2 charioteers obviously and 2 seekers. 2 hits, 1 wound, 1 save, and then the other guys wounding on 5, so just these 2. Oh, nice, 2 wounds. 3-ups? No, he just denies everything. That guy is gonna be a problem. I can see that. This one here is gonna pie into here. And this gun is gonna pie into here. So 2 guys can still attack the Demon Prince, and the other 3 have to go into the Great Unclean One. So we have 4 attacks against the Demon Prince. Nothing. And the steeds. 1. Nope. Just too good with the rolling here. Maybe I should just roll not here, or maybe I should just roll on this table. This is going way above average with everything. So 6 attacks from the guys into the Great Unclean One. And, oops, I did 1 too much. Wounding him on 5s. In 1 save, disgustingly resilient, he makes it. Then the steeds attacks. Oh, actually, we meet 2 more. Okay. And 1 wound. And he makes it. Alright, so no damage dealt to those either. Alright. So this has all fought, I believe. Yes. Okay, so now we go to the Seeker, Demon Prince, Demonette, Chaos Fury, Skyrothrax combat. First of all, the Demonettes will pile in. Which means we get some ladies around. Like so. And then this one here is gonna pie in closer. There we go. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 that can make it into Scabbethrax. Currently rocking 3 attacks each, plus the Allurus. Hitting on 3s. And wounding on 6s. Oh, look at those 6s. Holy smokes, that was above average. 5 up. That's also above average. And 5 up. Also above average. Look at this. 2 wounds after all of that luck. And he goes down to 15. Alright. Now we have another 10 against the Chaos Furies. Obviously we gotta pie in everything. But everything should get into combat, yeah. Alright. So it's another 10, 20, 30 attacks. Hitting on 3s. Actually, are they in range of the Herald? They are. Okay, in this it makes a difference because it has strength +1. So they're at strength 4 now, wounding the Furies on 3s. And 5 up. And Disgustingly Resilient. Ooh, 5 Furies died this time. Alright, so they didn't get as lucky as he did. So 1, 2, 3, and they are dead. Alright, at the end we obviously pie in because we want to take him out at some point. I probably smite him to death faster than anything else though, because he's disgustingly resilient. But I mean, this guy is tanking like a ton of damage too. Actually, I would have got to reroll once because the Demon Prince is around. That was my mistake. Alright, so Demon Prince goes next. He gets 4 attacks. Hitting on 2s. And wounding on 5s because he's toughness 9. 5 up. 4 up actually. And 5 up. Okay. He's a Demon Lord after all. He's a 4 up. I miscalculated. And then we get our Malefic Talon. Rerolling. No. So Demon Prince doesn't do anything. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Seekers. So 10 Seekers with 2 attacks each. And a Heartseeker. Hitting on 3s, rerolling once for the Demon Prince. This time I will remember. And wounding on 6s. Oh, not bad. And he fails 1 single wound. Wow. So it goes down to 14. We're nearing the point where he actually might go down in 2 years. Oh no, he actually has his Warlord trait. I forgot about it. Okay, let's roll for each wound that was caused because this is really important. So his Warlord trait stacks with his 5 up. So he would get 7 more rolls for this that I didn't do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's do this right. He needs to check, and he gains back 1 more wound. Okay, so he's actually at 15 wounds remaining instead. There we go. I forgot about his Warlord trait. because it didn't pop into my mind. As you can see, the Demon Prince didn't do really much. You need bolts, loads of attacks to actually bring this guy down, not very high value attacks. That's something that doesn't really interest him that much. But okay. I think that is all though. And that means Nurgle gets to attack back. Yep, I don't see anything else. So the Plague Bearers here can all attack the Keeper or the Fiends. I think I put everything in the Fiends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Plague Bearers remain. And one of them is obviously the Plague Ridden. Hitting on 4s, wounding on 4s, rerolling, absolutely statistical, and one Fiend is left on 1 wound. This one. Chop. That's it for them. Skythrax is gonna attack the Demon Prince because he has some nasty close combat abilities against him. He has still 5 attacks because we didn't even touch his combat effectiveness yet. We still need to do him 5 more wounds. He hits on 2s. And he wounds him on 3s, rerolling. 5 up. Ooh, very good. And with these 2 things that went through, what does he get? He is dealing 6 damage per hit. Okay, I think that Demon Prince is dead. So that he takes 12 damage to the face and bye-bye. Maybe I shouldn't have charged him in. He's better there as a power multiplicator than as a close combat unit, obviously. As I said, Demon Prince are not as good in combat as they used to be. Alright. That's it. And combat's over. Over here, the Demon Prince is going to attack the Exalted Seeker Chariot because it's the one that actually loses stats as it goes lower. So hitting on 2s. And wounding it on 3s with 5 up in 1 saves. And this deals, I believe, D3 damage. Hellfall Sword is... No, it's straight up 3 damage. Oh, nice. So it deals 9 wounds. And then the Malefic Talon hits. Doesn't wound. Alright, so Exalted Seeker is down to 1 wound remaining. Up. So now is rocking entire weapon skill of 6+. What the hell? And 4 attacks. Yeah, whatever. Good enough. The Nurglings are not in combat, but the Great Unclean One is, and he still has his 5 attacks against the Seekers. Oh, not bad. Rerolling the 1 though, because of the Demon Prince. Haha. And wounding on 2s. 5 ups. And that means 2 are dead. Great Unclean One has a Bile Sword, which is D6 damage. Okay, so we still have to go for it. And how many? 1 dead. 2 dead. How many Nurgling attacks? 2. Rerolling. And wounding on 5s. So 1 wound and 1 fail. So 2 Seekers go down and 1 is on 1 wound remaining. Obviously I can take this down, and then put 1 on this one. And then he's gonna pie in because he doesn't want to leave that combat. That's actually a good combat for him. Because he can still fire his weapons, can still do his psychic powers. There's no reason for him to leave close combat. He essentially does the exact same all the time. Okay. Next is gonna be the plague drones over here. They will pie in. And I think I will simply attack with everything I have into the Fiend, because I want to finish that unit so I can get my tally of Pestilence higher, because the tally right now is at a 2, I believe, because I killed a Chariot and I killed the Demon Prince. Chariot, Demon Prince, and something else also died. I can't actually remember which one. This one's still alive now. And a Demonite unit, yeah, right. So 3, I believe, is the current count number. 3 of them means we reroll once with everything now. And what else do we do? +1 movement speed, so everything moves 6 inches now instead of 5. Alright, so Plague Drones will attack with 1 attack each, and the Pregrin has 2. Hitting on 4s, wounding on 4s, actually on 3s, rerolling, because strength 5. Or are they? I'm not actually sure if they're strength 5 anymore. No, they're strength 4. Okay, so rerolling both of these. 1 wound, 5 up. 1 wound on a Fiend. And then the Plague Drones themselves get to attack. And that looks pretty okay. Oh, I reroll once though. Forgot about it already. And wounding on 4s. Rerolling. Okay, it's dead. 2 damage each on these. Ooh, it nearly made it, but okay. So it takes 5 wounds and it dies. So it brings up the tally to 4. Which does something. Strength characteristic of all Nurgle demons is 1. Pretty good. So as you can see, the thing is ramping up more and more. Although the Stormgrinder is still undamaged, so that's not good. And the Plague Drone will pile around and pile in here. Alright. So this is over, just the Beast of Nurgle. So Beast of Nurgle will engage the Soul Grinder. They both get d6 attacks. Uh, 8 in total. Let's have a look at their profile. Forced to hit, obviously. Yep. And they are strength 5 right now. So hitting on force, rerolling once. It's a cocked one. Whoops. Strength 5 against toughness of 7, I believe, or 8 even. Toughness 7, yeah. So wounding on 5s. Rerolling because of putrid appendages. And all of these deal 2 damage if he fails any. And he fails both of them. Nice. So that's 4 damage into the Soul Grinder. It drops down to 10 wounds. So you can see the Beasts of Nurgle are actually pretty punchy now. They are way better at damaging stuff than before. And I think that is everything that needs to be done this turn. Alright, so Slaanesh didn't defend objective 1 and will discard that one. Still didn't hunt the witch because I can't destroy the freaking demon princes. They are too tanky. And we secured objective 4, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, because we have way more stuff on here than he has, and neither of us has objective secure. So it's actually the first victory point for Slaanesh. And then it goes to battle round 3, player turn 3, Nurgle. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Area deny. No any models within 6 inches of the center. And 12, they get D3. Domination is not possible. Supremacy, any 3 objective markers. Any 3 seems to be pretty easy. This one is easy enough. This one I can get in by just piling in and surviving. But it's a little bit harder to do. This one is safely mine. And I believe that's all I can do. It doesn't really look that good for them. Yeah, the issue here is Slaanesh is having more models because they summon stuff in. But apparently, I mean, I can try to summon stuff in here, but as soon as I'm surrounded, I cannot summon anymore. I mean, Scarathrax cannot call in any units wholly within 12 without them being closer than 9 inches in, so he can't summon anything. So we're actually stuck here with what we have, and Slaanesh can still summon in more and more. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is I actually have to end it here. We'll see. I mean, I don't think Slaanesh will lose this because they might have less victory points, but they will kill a witch eventually, which is pretty easy. Let's see the other 2 cards. 4 and hold the line, which is super easy to do, so they will get more points for sure. It's only turn 3 now, and they already have like a gigantic amount of units on the field, so these will get wiped this turn. These won't do anything this turn except fighting the Soul Grinder, and the Soul Grinder will not go down. And then Zarakel and both Keeper of Secrets can go into the Scarathrax and just keep him locked up in close combat, or just keep summoning stuff in. So he's absolutely occupied here, he can't do anything. The Soul Grinder was the beast is just a stalemate. And the only thing they can do is win on this side here. But then again, we have another Keeper of Secrets here. We have another guy here, so we have 3 more guys that can summon stuff, which we sent into there. And once we get the fiends and everything, I don't think they stand a chance. The big problem for Scarathrax is, yes, he might tank a lot, but the problem is, I now find the solution to this problem. I was doing a good job of keeping them locked up in combat and everything, but in terms of damage output, you obviously would want more Demonids. The thing is, Demonids don't do very much against him because he's toughness 9, 4+ save, 5+, 6+. That's actually 3 saves he has. No matter rending or anything, which is something the Demonids actually need to deal damage. So the thing what I would do next turn is just summon in more Heralds, more Psykers, and spam Smite on him until he drops dead, because that's the only thing that penetrates his saves very well and ignores his toughness. The Demon Prince will die to this within seconds in comparison. So I still think that Slaanesh can deal with this very easily because they have the superior HQ and summoning machines here. Even if he gets out, he can only kill 1 guy per turn, and I get to summon in as much as I want, because obviously on average with these rolls you will always get something useful. For example, 9 is more than enough to get heralds on a chariot. Even this chariot is only 7 points. So on average we would get this even with 2 dice only, like you see over here. So Slaanesh has a very good dealing here. I would say I would give it to Slaanesh here, because they summoned more in the beginning, and the Nurgle units are dying very, very slowly, true, but they can't fight back very efficiently, I feel. They don't deal enough damage overall where they get to do something. The Tally of Pestilence will obviously pile up even more, but even then they are already so outnumbered they will probably die. Yeah, the conclusion here would be very interesting table for Slaanesh here, because as you can see, I could always summon something in that has the max value from this table. Like summoning in Fiends means any number that can be multiplied by 2 is something I can bring in. So even with 18, I could bring in 9 Fiends if I want to. The Keeper of Secrets is also really easy to get into the game, which I think is something I should remember, because bringing in a Bloodthirster requires a 17 on 3 dice, which is really hard to do. And the Keeper of Secrets requires 11, which is obviously easy to do. And he is still a pretty nasty close combat unit, and he's just as fast as the Bloodthirsters in terms of speed and everything. He has less wounds, it's true. He's a little bit more squishy. But if you want him as a support unit, he's actually very easy to get in here. Other than this, I think I underestimated how tough the Nurgle units actually are. With in-1 saves and the double save, they're actually very, very similar to Necrons. Except that even with instant death, you cannot prevent their abilities from going off at all. As you can see, the Plague Drones was just like tanking stuff left and right, and they got really unlucky against the Soul Grinder with the save. Otherwise, it would have taken down 1 drone maybe, and that's it. So, very, very similar to the Necrons. Pretty slow, pretty high value, because you get to get your guys and keep them all game pretty much, but their punch is not very, very hard. Their damage got increased overall, but I think I need to work more with the Heralds. That was the biggest mistake here. I should have had Heralds for the Slaanesh side and for the Nurgle side, just so I get the +1 strength. The +1 strength is actually really irrelevant, and obviously the Demon Prince needs to be around as well for the rerolling ones. And the Demon Prince should never engage that big guy, because he's just two-shotting him like easy peasy. That wasn't even close. And it wasn't even unlucky or anything. That guy just mauls him back into the warp with 1 hit. So the Demon Prince should be around to help guys out that actually need him, and to attack targets that he can actually deal with, which is mostly something like Space Marines, like the smaller units. That's, I think, what he's designed to do, because these guys cannot one-shot him just like that, and his wound pool still stays effective enough to deal with them. So that's how I would use the Demon Princes. They are just not as good as before in terms of choppiness. Really enjoyed the Fiends. They are decent. They have better AP now. A lot of the special rules that Slaanesh has didn't even kick in this game because everybody had in-1 saves. If you imagine they didn't have in-1 saves, the rending and the AP -1 would have dealt way, way more damage. But I found out that multiple damage on units such as Fiends is actually really nice to deal with something like Fiend of Pain or something. So keep this in mind. If somebody has some sort of secondary save that he can spam like Nurgle does, or Death Guard, for example, multiple damage weapons are actually really good, because you have to do the rolling for each single damage sequence. So if there's a Plague Marine and you hit him with 2 damage, he's more likely to die than with 1 damage, even though he only has 1 wound, because you're forcing more disgustingly resilient rolls, and once he fails those, he just dies. So that's actually a really nice treat to have in your back pocket when you're thinking about, oh, should I take this or that. So I really like the Fiends. They have a very interesting touch to them now. They are way more efficient than before, and they are fast. I really like that too. The Seekers still have the same sissy punch as before. I need to run more Seekers with Heralds on steeds, so they get at least the +1 strength, because at that point they might be able to deal some damage actually. But then again, they against hordes and the like, actually I think they're really good, because they get in there really quickly with unholy speed. They pair up very nicely with the Fiends, because they are also so fast, and the fiends get to pick the target, keep it in combat, and the seekers can attack. I like that. I like the seekers as a secondary summon-in unit, especially because they are very squishy, and now you have a way to deploy them on the board without having to worry about it. And same goes for Demonids, except with Demonids, you're relying less on speed and on more attacks. But as you can see, bringing in like 20 Demonids is actually pretty nice, because you immediately get the +1 bonus for going strong, and that's it. Also, the mistake I did is the Plague Bearers should have had -1 to hit when I was targeting them with close combat attacks, because it doesn't only work against shooting, as far as I know. Maybe I'm wrong about this, but fair enough. All right, that's it. But I think there was a lot to learn here, and I'm very interested to how the demon army plays against other stuff, and also how the hell can I bring in Be'lakor, because he would have been really, really good this game, if I could bring him in somehow. Still, I enjoyed how it worked out in the end, and I don't think it's a very terrible matchup by any means. I think Slaanesh has just as much power now as Nurgle does, just in different areas of the game. They have just more damage output overall versus the increased toughness that Nurgle has. Alright, that's it. I hope you enjoyed watching. Leave a like if you did, and I will see you guys in the next battle report, and happy wargaming.